fucking Dr. Stone. Listen.
Dr. Stone is back again.
Ginryu. Or Ginryu. Well, how do you pronounce it? Before I fucking even get in and started. Ginro? How do you pronounce it?
Ginru. I see the Ginro. Well, the anime. You watched the anime, right?
I watched
the anime
like 1 or 2 episodes of it. Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah. No, fucking Steel Ram was like, one day I'll get your thoughts on the anime. One day. Here is that day, friend. Thurman, did you watch it?
I have.
Damn it! We'll get my thoughts, Mr. Steel Ram. And my thoughts are, it's good. I love the opening. I think it's animated really well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's animated by the people who do JoJo, correct? David Productions?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I'm liking it so far. I really have no comments other than it's what? Say what?
David Productions Fire Force.
Oh. Okay.
But you could be right. I don't know. While you talk, I'll look it up.
Okay. But yeah, no. I have not a lot of thoughts because I've only seen the first episode or 2. Mostly the hype was in the opening. Like, I just loved seeing all the characters in motion. I think my favorite part of the opening was actually the Mentalist. Like, he was just looking hella badass. So yeah, not a lot to say, honestly. It's just a good ass adaptation. And I've found that anime in general, as of late, are really good. Like, at least maybe I'm just watching the good ones, but like, I think Japan as a whole has kind of understood this whole idea of, hey, wait a minute, people would rather us just make it in chunks and take a break and, let our fucking animators, rest and not die at their desks and get better. Like, it's win, okay? The only loss is you're not getting it every week. And that's fine, because the animators are treated better. The budget's higher for the show. The animation's better. Like, there's less, if any at all, filler. It's just, anime, I think, recently has been fire, honestly. So, just in general.
I wish they kept that same energy with Black Clover, but Studio Pierrot doesn't care.
Yeah, why? Do they fucking, is it not?
It's still ongoing.
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
So,
man, I honestly, it would be my dream if One Piece went to seasonal. Like, just do it. Stop fucking One Piece. So Ginro was about to get molested.
Wait, before
I have to say I called this. A couple reviews ago, I was like, Final Fantasy VII, Cloud cross-dresses, and then the big boss is like, yo, I'm into you, baby. And my favorite line here is them walking, and she's like, listen, you're a guy. They can't exactly violate you, can they? And immediately I'm like, oh, okay. Kohaku's one of those men can't get raped type of people.
Hello?
That sucks.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. But, my punchline got fucked by your connection.
Yo.
I made a comment that was only going to stay in the video if you laughed. And it was gone.
I didn't even hear your... So what I was trying to say was, before we continued on, that this animation studio is TMS Entertainment, and they did Lupin the Third, Detective Conan, Anpan Man, D. Gray Man, and Sonic X. They're actually a pretty
Sonic
famous...
X? Wow. Sonic X Senku crossover?
So apparently they're I guess they're the equivalent to Cartoon Network over there in Japan, because they do a lot of dubs.
So is Dr. Stone like an educational show in Japan? Like what's up, kids?
They did dubs for Western animation too, like DuckTales, Spider-Man.
That's awesome.
So it seems like they're a very famous
studio, almost on the same level as I would say Cartoon Network, Disney, and shit like that. So it seems like they're good.
Anyway, back to my punchline that I hope hits. My favorite line here is, come on, you're a man. Worst comes to worst, it's not like they can violate you. And I was like, oh, okay, so Kohaku's one of those men can't get raped kind of people.
Yeah. So,
all right, fuck
one
you.
of those.
God damn it. That was funny. That's an edgy joke. You're supposed to laugh. Now I gotta bleep it.
What are you talking
What the hell was that reaction? You disgust me. Kohaku just told this man, you can't get violated because you're a guy. I just thought that was fucking funny.
she's a feminazi in a nutshell. Kohaku's definitely a fan favorite for people.
But yeah, just
and
then
it's funny. It's funny.
It continues to get crazier, right? So, like, this part over here where I love this scene where he's just like, before you see the great leader, I must give you some loving training. And then he's, like, trying to get away, and he's like, the tomboy, some resistance from the tomboy. I'm into this. I'm so into this.
Oh, my. So,
wow.
What confused me, it was like, okay, so he's... Because here's the thing, right? All this time, we thought that this motherfucker was just like a follower of the guy. But no, this guy...
It's one of them shadow leader things.
It was just so funny. And it's just like, the Grand Leader is fucking turned to stone. The man is a fucking and it's crazy because I never thought about that. Like that blew my mind. Like we were like, bro,
is he gonna be ugly? Is he gonna be hot? What is it? Yeah.
we were fucking giving like straight up like predictions of what this man's personality looks gonna be like. And he turned to stone. This man's dead.
Honestly, the one that Kohaku is fighting, I kept thinking that maybe he was something. Let me actually read what he said again. Like the way he's like he's just the top. Hold on, I'm trying to remember here. He's just the top soldier, right? Hold on a second.
Yeah. So on my official manga app,
the mightiest warrior, yeah. Because at first I was like, is this guy the leader? Before the end of the chapter, I thought maybe this was the leader. Like he came out of his like castle just to kind of like peruse, you know.
Yeah, because I thought so too. Because he was just like, because on page 13 on my official manga app, he was like, the harm is how I have my fun. Don't you ever forget that.
Yeah, so that was what got me. The way because he worded it like it was his harem. Yeah, so I don't know if, again, there's a lot of places it could go. Maybe, because this guy clearly is up high in this kingdom, which Kohaku is now calling the Petrification Kingdom, which I love that their enemies, they always kind of like brand as a kingdom, right? Because like, what remind me, did Tsukasa's kingdom, like what was the name of Tsukasa's kingdom?
The power, I know, it was
science versus like brawn or muscle or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I like that the kingdoms all get different names. So like, basically, I think this guy's definitely pretty high up in the Petrification Kingdom. But like, who is the leader? Or maybe it's like they both run it equally. I'm not too sure. But it seems to be like a deal that I guess this guy and that creepy motherfucker probably made this deal. Like, all right, we'll just make them think that the great leader is up there, and then we'll just kind of like take all the power and the women and the blah blah blah. And yeah, I mean, they're genuinely awful people. Like, it's weird because it's played off for laughs, but like we can't deny here that like this is kind of the closest I've ever seen to like full-on implied rape in any manga, like a manga like this. You know what I mean? Now, I haven't read Berserk. I've heard some shit goes down in there. But, like, it's played off for laughs. It's like a comedy setting because it's Ginro. But, like, let's be honest here. This man was dragging this motherfucker back like, haha, I'm into that. Keep resisting. Like, whoa! Like, I gotta be honest. Like, I'm continuously kind of thrown off by how far they're able to go with, like, jokes like that.
Yeah, because one thing I didn't notice, I'm really noticing now, is just, like, the guy in the fucking old dude, he's like, I think he was doing the voiceover for the thing, and he was just like
Wizard of Oz shit, like, do not pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, and then he was just like, because he was like, but so it makes sense, right? Because the old guy, it makes a lot of sense because of the master's in stone. The old guy clearly is just a fucking shitty ass pervert who's like, oh, before you see the master, I get to fucking fuck you first and taste you, and then you get to see him, right? So the thing is like, yeah, it's fucked up, but it's basically being confirmed. Because look over what he says. He's right. He said, you don't need to be nervous. We can't let you. Basically saying that if you're a virgin, I
gotta loosen you up first. It's like a hentai line. Like, hold on, bitch, let me loosen you up.
That's what I'm saying. So basically, if you're a virgin. Oh. He says he talks like he's like, all right, master, she's a virgin. Let me warm her up for you first, and then ever. And see, and this is
by the way,
crazy.
we're not making light of that. By the way, we're talking like what we're doing is we're delving in behind the lines here because manga will never go that deep with it. But like what we're telling you is what's probably actually happening here, and there's a lot of like, if not rape, like very like. What's it called when you kind of like manipulate and control someone through emotions and shit? It's like, ooh, you have the honor of fucking me because I'm royalty, you know? Like they're doing some of that shit.
Because he literally this is what he's doing. The master. Think about it. Now that we know that the master is in stone, right? The master isn't really the master, right? So he's like. And keep in mind this is the stone world. People really won't know. So he's probably talking like the master's like, oh, he say, huh? Okay, yeah, okay. On page 8, he's like, okay, talking like the master's talking. Then he's like, oh, the master wants me to test you out first before you go to him, because that's what he does.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
He's basically manipulating. I like how
women.
The author has the author's taken a lot of care to every time this guy shows up. He's drawn so creepily, and we've always been commenting like this is some horror manga shit, and now we're seeing that how creepily he's being drawn is very fitting with how like evil of a like this is one of the most like when you really stop and think what he's doing, this is kind of like top tier scumfuck of a manga character, you know, and he's drawn like he is up there in scumfuckery.
Yeah, like this guy is clearly scum. He's like we can't like look at what he says. He says, but we can't let girls who haven't been vetted spend time with the master alone, can we? So basically what he's saying is, he's like, if you're a virgin, I have to fuck you first because you have to satisfy me first before you can see the master. That's basically what he's saying, and that's crazy. That's fucking insane.
It really is.
And then, like, wow, and Ingaraki, damn,
it's dark, you know, and this right after the chapter where they made a fidget spinner,
and it's
which I did have to comment on, by the way. That fucking threw me the fuck off.
Fidget spinner.
Like, no, I mean, like straight up, because you know me, I wait to fucking read this shit right before we record, so I just binged the last 2 chapters. The fidget spinner, I was like, wow, I've now seen a fidget spinner in a manga. That's happened.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy, and you know what's even more fucked up, bro?
Oh, please, you know what's even
more fucked up?
What's more fucked up, bro?
Like, if you think about it, you know how when we first started this arc, we saw like a bunch of people fucking turn to stone and throw in the water?
Oh, no! They tell me he doesn't just fuck them, petrify them, and yeet them into the water.
Yes, that's what I'm saying! That's fucked up. You're telling me that the master was never really the master. Once the old dude fucked them...
You're right, because, like, obviously, like, they're gonna fucking... If they come in expecting to see the master and it's him, and then they... Yeah, no, you're totally right. Oh, my God.
Oh, my... Bro, that's fucking insane! Yo, this old guy is fucking scum. Holy shit. Wow. This man, when he was thinking to the master, he fucks them, turns them to stone when they see the master, and then throws them off the fucking island. That is nuts. That is crazy.
You know, I wonder how far the author's going to go with this and how much detail with that. Because obviously, like, for example, like One Piece has done this. Like, one of my favorite, like, little read between the line moments in One Piece is Hancock's entire backstory. She was a slave. She hates men. Put 2 and 2 together. She was raped. You know, like, and you can do that with a lot of stories. Now, I wonder how far the author here is going to go with this. And I think the big thing I want to see is, have we really ever seen a moment in this story yet where Senku is, like, genuinely mad or upset?
Not really.
Because I can't think of one. I would love... Because, honestly, I love Senku to death. He's one of the most well-developed characters. Like, I just fucking love him. I feel like I could chill with him and talk with him. You feel me on that, right?
Yeah.
I want to see, like, a Gon Freaks Chimera Ant moment where we see Senku, like, a different side of Senku. Like, pissed off Senku. And if Senku... Because Senku, his whole thing is logic, science... he's not all about his emotions getting the best of him. You know, when that whammon fucking pinned him down and was like, "Ooh, you want to fuck me, bad boy?" And he's just like, "Get the fuck up! Get the fuck off of me!" Like, he doesn't because succumb to emotions or instincts. I would love to see a moment where he realizes what this guy's doing, and obviously Kohaku can defend herself, but like any other woman that he may know or be friends with goes in there and maybe can't defend themselves. I would just love to see a moment where he finds out what this guy's doing or was about to do, and just like we see like genuine anger or rage from Senku. It doesn't have to be character breaking or out of character for him, but just a slightly different side of him, because no matter how great or crazy of a person you are, everyone has anger moments, and wouldn't that be interesting to see that from Senku?
Yeah, that'd be definitely interesting.
Because like, how would Senku react to that? Like we know Senku as like this smart science guy, fucking like literally like like high ass IQ. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, this man watches his Rick and Morty, you know. You gotta laugh at that.
It's for the laugh. He's just like, you better fucking laugh at that.
Listen, because it's cringe, bro. It's comedy partner routine rule number 1. If your fucking friend makes a joke and it's shitty, you gotta at least do like a, you know, because silence is awful. So anyway, though, point being, he takes everything logically. So like, how does a man who reacts to everything logically react to something like that? Because I'll give you an example, right? So like Neil deGrasse Tyson, do you know that guy? Like the smart, you know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is, right?
Probably.
You best. Okay, whatever. He's a science guy. And recently these shootings happened, you know, the shootings that happened, and he tweeted some shit out, like, basically, like, saying some shit like, oh, well, statistically, like, not many people died in that compared to, like, suicides on the same day. And everyone was like, dude, you can't say that. It's fucked up, right? He looked at it, he reacted to that purely from a scientific, logical, analytical point of view. But you see, you can't do that, because what makes us human is emotion, you know, the emotional side of us. So, you know, Senku is that kind of person who almost everything he will react to in a logical sense, you know, and logically, if you strip all emotions from stuff, it'd be like, what's the big deal? They're not hurt. But like, Senku's not that kind of guy. You know, he may be smart, but like, he's still human. And I don't see him kind of like, he still can crack jokes. He still can have fun. So I don't see him as one of those like almost dehumanizing scientists that have almost like lost touch with their emotions. That's kind of why I want to see that side to Senku, to come almost to like prove that he's still human. Not to say, because we've seen a lot of happy sides to him, joking sides to him, childish sides to him, the best side to him, which was riding the goddamn tank, which is still best Senku, tank Senku, best Senku. But I want to see an angry, emotional, maybe even irrational Senku. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely interesting, you know. So,
what do you think about the leader looking like? So I can't pronounce
Sozu. Yeah.
Well, which is, by the way, funny, because do you remember when that motherfucker showed up for the first time? We were all like, "Who the fuck is this?" So we spent like half the review fucking calling out the author, like, and then everyone's like, "You guys are dumb."
That's interesting. That's interesting to say the least, because when you look at it, and the reveal is that his half of this guy's face is fucking torn off.
Oh yeah.
So it's interesting. There must have been something going on before, because
there was definitely some sort of coup d'etat. Like, I think that this, like, okay, here. So look at there's a panel where the fucking creepy dude has like almost, like, what are those claws? Like, what the fuck is on his fucking fingers?
Those long ass fucking nails, bro.
Right. Well, first of all, I just have to make this joke because it looks like this. Have you ever eaten bugles?
Nope.
Okay, comments. You have to feel me on this. Steel Ram, I'm looking at you, okay? You my boy. Like, bugles. They're these chips that are shaped like that, and you can put them on your fingers and, like, do that shit with them. Oh, come on, you haven't eaten bugles? What the fuck is wrong? Oh, California, motherfucker. West Coast piece of shit. I'm sorry, you're too busy eating your fucking avocado toast and vegan pizza over there.
So what's interesting to me is that our confirmation that anyone who sees the master after getting abused by this guy gets turned into stone, because clearly, look, he's like, you saw it, didn't you? You saw it. So in my knowledge, it seems to me like the harem is just a facade. right? Because
it's pronounced facade. Thank you. Just
whatever.
No, I'm doing it so the comments don't have to. Comments don't lie. You would have corrected him.
So here's the thing, right?
It's actually a facade.
Because think about it. To my knowledge, has anyone in the village ever said that they saw the women ever again?
I'd have to go back.
Like
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm curious if there was like and the women never come back. You know, like I have to go back and look honestly.
Because if they've never
Jesus
seen
Christ,
the women again,
fucking de-stroke yourself for a second.
If they never seen the woman again, it confirms our suspicions that
for sure.
Clearly that the women who go here are already marked for death because they don't plan, because you plan to be this entire harem to live with the master forever, but no, it's just this old dude, a horny little scumfuck, picking women that he likes, fucks them, and then turns them to stone, and then throws them away, and then he gets more women. Like, that's crazy. Wow. Because the master was just someone who was never really existed. He probably did exist, but got turned to stone, and the old dude's probably like, oh shit, there's a perfect opportunity for me to get my dick wet.
Honestly, yeah, he's using his power. It reminds me, this is actually kind of a good metaphor for how, like I'm trying to think, like, there used to be a long time ago back in, like, you know, not ancient times, but, like, you know, just before current times, like, you'd have people like be priests or like bishops or whatever. They'd be like, well, I'm a man of God and God says you must fuck me. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. God wants me to fuck me. I mean, what can I say? You know, like, he would just go around like, yeah, God wants you to give me your house. Thank you. You know, and you know, he's got the fancy clothes and he's head of the church. So clearly, I mean, if I don't do it, God will send me to hell. You know, so like, people just would basically, when people are dumber and they don't have science to look to. And in fact, that may be the place where Senku goes. Because you know Senku likes to have his big epic speeches. The speech might be, for this one, that when you don't have science, you're able to trick people into doing dumb shit. Because science is the ability to understand that shit doesn't just happen for no reason, right? Science is the ability to understand the world around you. And when you don't have science, you can trick people into being like, look, we can turn people... Because literally what they're probably doing is going over there with the petrification ray and, like, turning motherfuckers that disobey them into stone. And then they say, yep, that's because God is on our side, you know, so if you don't come and fuck us, God's going to do that to you, you know? That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in our world a long time ago, where, like heads of churches would just, like, you know, get lucky, you know, or just, like, with their fancy clothes or their buildings or whatever, they would convince people, like, yeah, I'm a man of God, so you got to do my shit. You got to do everything for me, or everything I want. So I would like a speech from Senku where he kind of, like, basically says, like, this is why knowledge is important, this is why science is important, because it allows people to think for themselves and not just trust willy-nilly whims of people who claim to be, like, voices of God, which is, that'd be quite a powerful message from a manga.
Yeah.
And that's coming from a Christian.
Because this is some fucked up shit, my dude. Like, this is some read between the lines shit.
I love it.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly. Any other thing... Only other thing I want to talk about, which would be something, again, from the last chapter, was the old man's poop-shaped fucking flesh wound.
Oh, yeah.
And I like how it's like, we could bring him back, and he'd be fine. He would just have a shit-shaped scar, like some Gintama level shit right now. I don't know if we want to do that to him. And then, like, I have to make fun of fucking, like, Taiju, man. Like, listen, you can't, it's so dumb. Like, literally, like, 3 chapters were like, we gotta get the scuba gear, and it's just barely gonna be able to get one statue. And then no scuba mask Taiju is just like, yeah, I'll just make like 300 trips completely nude and just hold my breath. I'm like, so basically what you're saying is that all that scuba mask shit, completely unnecessary now that we have Taiju. I just thought that was hilarious.
Well, I mean, to be fair, though, they did say, like, this guy's, like, fucking, like, you know.
But they gasped the fuck out of Taiju. Like, it's gone beyond to another level now, because it used to be like, yeah, okay, Taiju's got the strength of, like, 10 men, maybe. Literally, we had a whole chapter devoted to like two very physically fit people putting on the scuba masks, just barely being able to do it. And then all of a sudden, Taiju's just like, just kidding, bro. I can do that same shit like 300 times with zero scuba mask, like, right now.
Bro, the author's trying to make this man come back.
Oh, dude.
Like,
you know what it is? It's like when fucking Goku got Super Saiyan, and then Vegeta got Super Saiyan, and then Goku got Super Saiyan 2, and then he's got to keep giving Taiju shit. Like,
it's so funny to me too. It's just like, oh yeah. By the way, I'm just we got to get Taiju. We got to make him, special, because this is so funny to me. Because one thing I do want to mention too before we end off here, because a boy has to head to work, is another fight scene. Now, Red doesn't like Dr. Stone fight.
You better not even pretend like they're good. Dr. Stone fights are Dr. Stone fights are a single picture. It's both characters in a pose with a bunch of fucking lines. It's like, just like. That's how he makes them. And I picked up my pen and fucking scratched on my table to do that. You best appreciate.
So I'm interested to see this fight, because we haven't seen a Dr. Stone
anime
legitimate fight in a while. So
it's not gonna be anything.
I'm a slut for a fight. So I want to
make. We are betting. Okay, next chapter. I guarantee you, the fight will maybe get 2 pages max. Guarantee.
He said 2 pages.
You want to fucking bet? How much money, bitch?
I'm not betting at all, because
no, we betting. We betting. Okay, when you listen, you're coming up. I bet shut your bitch ass. You coming up in November for the con, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're making a bet. If the fight is 2 pages or less, I win. If the fight, are you willing? And the bet is just whoever fucking wins, whoever loses has to buy the other one lunch when we're up here.
Okay.
We gotta add stakes to this. Okay, now, do you accept the terms? 2 pages or less. Oh, whoa, your audio. Fucking finagle your phone for a second. Hold on, what's going on here?
Okay, fine.
Whoa, your audio. Do something with your phone, brother.
Is it better now?
One more time.
Yo,
you're good now. Okay, yeah. So 2 pages or less devoted to the fight is my position. Do you accept that term?
All right, fine, fuck it. If I win, you have to. Okay, so if you win, I'll buy you lunch.
Uh-huh.
But if I win, you have to buy me one thing of my choice, not too expensive, at the con.
Bro, that's so open-ended. That could be fucking like any. You have to put a limit on the price. You could be a fucking ass about it.
Yeah. No. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said not too expensive. I would probably say like maybe, because
$30 and under.
Yeah, I was thinking that $35 and under.
Well, then let's just do that. Let's make it even then. Fuck lunch then. That's what it is for me too.
Okay, that's fine.
So whoever fucking loses has to buy someone else a thing at the con.
Yeah. $35 or under.
And we will film it. It'll be in November, but like that'll go in the front of the Dr. Stone review of that week. And we'll be like, here it is. We're following up. Okay, fight 2 or less pages. I win. 2 or more or more than 2 pages. Thurman wins. Fucking place your bets now, comments, because Dr. Stone fights aren't shit and never get shit, and I know this.
All right, so with that, I would say.
Give it your dumb rating.
I'll give this chapter a 9. I really enjoyed it. Dr. Stone's been
the
fire.
Fucking My Hero chapter?
Yes, it was that.
Fair. It's pretty good. All right. What did you give the One Piece chapter? Oh, no, there wasn't one this week. Never mind.
Oh, take that L.
Man.
Comprehension. I'll
be honest. I've been busy, so I read that One Piece chapter like midweek, so the weeks are blurring together.
All right, and with that, ladies and
gentlemen, I love you fuckers. Put your bets in the comments. And with that, peace.